Welcome to Wizard of Mo Games. My name is Kenny and Emperor. Today I will be doing an unboxing video. I have 8 games that I have received over the past few weeks. I have pulled them all out of their shipping boxes, so you're just going to see their regular boxes, and let's just get started here. So the first one I'm going to pull is Villagers Shifting Seasons. So this is an expansion for the original Villagers game. You're kind of building a village, and there are different village types, and you're trying to get the most gold at the end. Really like the original game. I know they have some other games. I believe it's Streets and Moon. Watching the videos, I didn't know if the group would really like that one that much, so I didn't pick them up. But this is it. Actually, this box might be big enough to add other cards in there. There's not a whole lot here, it's just the expansion. Sinister Fish Games. I'm trying to see what this expansion... So this expansion brings 12 event cards, 7 special villager cards, which some of the other ones already have special villagers. Clay Villagers, which sounds like it's a new, we'll say, faction. I don't remember the exact term for it. 5 team cards, I don't know what that is. And then a couple special cards. Shepherd card, Graper card, Tanner card. And then a couple solo mode cards. So yeah, it'll be interesting to read the rules and see how to put these together. I think you only have so many factions, so you end up taking one faction out to replace it with another one. So yeah, that's Villagers Shifting Seasons. There's plenty of room for sleeves, it looks like. And so I'll pull out the other expansion I have and kind of put them all together. So that's that one. And then I've got, this one might be a little hard for you to see, Wizards of the Grimoire. Strategy card game for 2 players. And I don't remember what this one's about. And that tends to happen a lot. Because I will back a game that I am interested in. And then it'll take a year and some months to get here. And then I have to remember why I liked it. Nice little book box. Very nice interior artwork. Let's see. Withers, da-da-da. Game objective. Each turn you will be drawing mana and then using it to cast your available spells. Your primary goal is to deal damage to your opponent and stop them from damaging you. If a player's health reaches 0, the opposing player wins the game and becomes a new keeper of the Grimoire. Okay, I kind of remember this. Yeah, I remember these energy cards. They all have different numbers on them. These are in a pack by themselves. I wonder if they were stretch goals. And then you have the actual cards themselves. And if I remember correctly, turn them around, you rotate them for their cooldown. I'm going to have to go back and read the rules on this one for sure. I like this rule book though. It's like thick. It feels really good. Like I'm not going to break it or rip it or tear it. It's not flimsy. Player 1 chooses a spell, player 2 chooses a spell, player... looks like a draft phase. Anyways, I'm not going to pull these cards out because I'm going to do a sleeving video for them. And I want them to stay in as pristine a condition as possible. I lied. I'm going to open these. Let's see what we got. I know these little tabs are supposed to make it easier for you to open. But that has not always been the case. Let's just take a look at some of these cards. Windstorm, deal 2 damage, then reveal a mana card from the mana deck. If it's a 1 power mana, place it on the spell. Okay. I really like the artwork in these cards. Look at this one. I don't know where the focus is. I did not get a lens with autofocus because in watching other videos, it's always been a challenge for them to try and get it to focus on those cards. Shared power. So those look like 1 cost, 2 costs. Wow, look at that one. Shackled motion. Artwork on these is amazing. These cards feel really good too. It doesn't feel like I'm going to get fingerprints really on them. Amazing artwork. Can't wait to get this to the table and check it out. And I'm going to do a sleeving video, but I'm also wanting to do more 2-player videos with some of the guys. Because we've got this one now. I've got Radlands, I've got Exceed, I've got so many. So that's Wizards of the Grimoire. Next we have So You've Been Eaten. Ludi Creation, Scott Alms. Let's go ahead and open this one. This is a 0 to 2 player game. And like every other game I'm probably going to open, I don't 100% remember what you're supposed to do. But I remember that the artwork looks really good. Look at that. Oh, they even included a deck box. They included several deck boxes. Let's see. Must be some cards in here. Oh, I'm going to mess that up. Okay, looks like all the cards are in here. If I can get this open. I'm way better at sleeving than I am opening packages. There we go. So I remember these attack cards. Discard after revealing. These kind of tell you the different items. And these are the things that are being digested. I don't remember what those are for. Some dice. Okay, so there's the tokens. These are the deluxe tokens. It looks like deluxe pieces to the board. Oh, I've also got this nice die. I don't know what that's for. Solo survival guide and examples of operations. Okay. Survival guide. I wonder if that's the rule book. Yep, there's all the components. You put the board together, kind of like puzzle pieces. I'm really liking these boards that get to put together like puzzle pieces. Taverns of Tiefenthal is another one that's like that, where some of the components you're upgrading are actually puzzle pieces you remove. And let's see if it's got an objective. The miner and the beast will face off against one another. The miner earns points by collecting crystals, and the beast earns points by developing immune responses and by using its bacteria to attack the miner. The miner wins by collecting all 8 different crystals. The beast wins by digesting the miner. Yeah. And then I know, so, you know, there are some solo games where it's the player versus an AI. This one has an AI versus the AI, so there's a set of rules that kind of dictates what the miner will do and then dictates what the monster will do. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, there's the digestive track, and that's kind of your your HUD, your heads-up display, and it's going to show you your actions on there. That's pretty cool. Really nice rulebook again. Let's see what's in here. Mini expansion. Okay. What's this? It looks fancy. It's nothing. Maybe it goes on the end of the board or something. And here's the board itself. Of course, I got the deluxe one. Actually, does that go down? Oh, that looks like it goes down the middle. Okay. There's the player board, or the minor. I love this box though. Okay, I think that went in like that. This went in there. This went in there. Tokens, I'm going to push towards the top. So see, there's an attack card. So I think that's one of the monster's digestive immune response cards. And so then these are the crystals. And I think it's based on the number you play, that's how many you move down the track and the crystals you can pick up. Like I said, it's been a little while since I've seen the rules, so. Put that back in there. I like how they have separate boxes. I like to keep my stuff organized. And that'll take care of that. I'll try to restack these as we go along. We'll see how well that works. Next I have is Ivion. Now, technically I have 3 boxes for this game, but I had already unboxed and sleeved one because I really wanted to get to the table and play it. But it's a dueling game, a tactical dueling game. So you are of 2 different classes. You build your deck, and then your deck the cards will determine how many spaces you move and the range of attacks you can make. Oh yeah, so this one is the Sun and the Stars. This one is the Hound and the Hare. Very nice rule book. They just recently announced Winter's Bite. So this is the second version of Ivion. There was an initial version that I had never even heard about and I had missed. So I started off with this version. I was going to pick up the original, but then I heard they were going to redo it so that the artwork matched and some balance changes. So I decided I would wait for the new one. That Kickstarter, I think, goes up in a couple months. So I'll be excited to get my hands on that. I played this quite a bit on Tabletop Simulator, and I really, really like it. So there's so this shows you the player health tiles. So the Invoker starts off with 40 HP, the Archmage starts off with 37. I'm not going to punch these out. I'm just doing an unboxing anyways, but I think I got one set, or I got some deluxe tokens. I can't remember. Oh, and this is the board. So each box comes with 2 characters, a board, and a bunch of tokens. I can figure out how to open this. Look at that box. Maybe you can barely see it, but there are squares and circles here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is like my side of the board. So you get these lightning tokens. They're basically your actions. They're your actions to play cards, to move. You can get these gems. The gems will power some of the magic abilities, the more magical abilities. You've got this initiative token, which will give you a couple extra actions. And then you just got space down here to put some of your continuous cards. What's cool about this game is there are terrain cards, so they'll actually sit on these terrain and you can walk over them. Some are negative effects, some are positive effects. And each board is different, so I'm excited to see how the Hound in the Hare look. Oh, that's right. They also have individual trays. Any gate with characters. I love the individual trays. So there's the mini. This guy, I don't know how much closer I can. No, I don't have autofocus. And then there's the cards. Stop. For the best experience, we recommend playing a game with the cards provided in the other packs. So I think these are the cards that allow you to customize your character. So this is the Archmage, and then it's got wizard cards in there. And they're the system set up so that you can choose the knight, or you can choose a class, and depending on the colors associated with that class, you can choose other class cards to go with them. So for example, see, this is wizard. I could choose the invoker, and if the invoker has the wizard color on their cards, then you can add some of the wizard cards to their deck. So this is Archmage, and this is Invoker. Yeah, see, so the Invoker has Sorcerer cards, and so I believe you can swap the two based on their colors. So I can have an Archmage with Sorcerer cards, or I can have an Invoker with Wizard cards. And man, that looks like a good wizard. I really like their tokens, and I mean their miniatures. Looks like both health pieces came in this one box. Make sure we're right side up. Yep. So that is definitely exciting. Each character has their own box, except I don't know if it fits their health dials. And right now the box doesn't seem to close all the way. Let's go ahead and check out the Hound in the Hare. Luminary Games, Aislinn Hall, and Aaron Shaw. I'm on their Discord, really cool people. They really listen to feedback and will make the best changes for the game. Come on, box. Oh, Hand Wave. This is, that's right, the box did say promo card. Reattach target card attached to a tile to another empty tile near it. So like I said, you can attach certain cards to the ground, and so this card will allow you to move that, pick up one of those ground cards and move it to a nearby space, which is pretty cool. So there's these two, and then they've got their own token sheet. The Saint and the Illusionist. I remember I liked playing the Illusionist because one of her class cards was basically you can make the opponent deck out. And I do like my deck out decks. I'm going to figure this out one day. So this looks like a church. So the other one was probably like a library or a school building. This one's a church. Looks really good. The artwork is just amazing. I will do a sleeving video for this one as well, just because there's so many cards. Let's see what we got in here. See if we can get it so you can see. This one is the Saint, and he's got knight cards. And that's a nice sword. And then we have the Illusionist, who has wizard cards. And that's the Illusionist. Look at that dress. And then another pack of cards where they say don't open them yet. So yet another two-player game that I need to get Dave to play with me. And that is Ivion. Let's see what else we have. We have Cult of the Deep. So there is a playthrough on the channel for Cult of the Deep. I wanted to do an unboxing like this for this game. And so he has Dave. We ended up playing with Dave's copy. And look at that lettering. This box looks really nice. It feels really good. Let's see if I can get it open. Come on. Come on. Got it. Cult of the Deep, Tome of Rules. Very nice rule book. I helped them test this game a lot, and my name will be in there at the bottom. You probably won't be able to read that, but it's in there, I promise. Oh, so these are all the tokens, and they are wrapped. And I'm glad, because I'm going to try to leave them wrapped just like this, because I got the deluxe tokens. We've got the Ancient Shadow tokens, that's from one of the rituals. These are all the health dials. What else is in here? Are these all? I think these are all health. Oh, yeah. So that bag is health and chant tokens. I've got the promo Kickstarter dice, the green ones. So we have the single dagger when you want to deal 1 damage to someone. We have the scroll, typically used to complete rituals. We have the blood drop, which is good for healing yourself and other people. Double daggers, which will deal 2 damage. And I, for the life of me, can never remember this symbol's name, but I call it the Kraken. It's good for rituals. And this is the Chaos symbol, which is also good for rituals. And these are just nice, sparkly dice. So that's those. Then I've got the coins. Oh, you can just hear that chink. So this is the Siren tokens. These are the chant tokens. I promise you I will use them in some other game. And these are the Necromancer coins. They look really good. The artwork on them is really good. The weight feels really good. I also got a promo card of one of the characters, or a version of the character. This is Mandy Purse, if I remember correctly. She did the modeling work for this character, and this card came out to be amazing. So excited to have that. I did get a dice tray, and it's got the Cult logo in the middle. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then I got the playmat. So the rituals go here on the playmat. You'll see it in the video. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 potential rituals. The rituals will actually go here. And then these are open slots so you can put the dice. The little cubes that tell you how far that ritual is, how completed that ritual is. And then some places for the tokens that go along with it. Very nice playmat. Let's stick it over there for now. So these are the cardboard ritual boards. They come in the game in case you don't have the playmat. They just feel really good. I wonder how thick these are. I'm going to pull it out. Lots of spare dice, but dice are for the wraiths. The red ones are primarily for wraiths and as spares. There'll be some characters that give you extra dice to roll, or some rituals that'll give you extra dice. So you pull from this, and then these are also the wraith dice. So when you die, you're not out of the game. You come back as a wraith, and you get to roll so many dice, and you have slightly different interactions. The blue dice are the primary dice that players will roll. There's 12 dice in here. I like the blue color. And the infamous Kraken dice, which are D4s. If you get the Kraken token, which is represented by this die, at the beginning of your turn you're going to roll it, and whatever number you land on, that's how much damage you'll take. You can discard one of the D6s that you're rolling for your turn for a chance to re-roll the Kraken die. There may or may not have been a time or two where I had one die left to roll. But hey, I saved myself from 4 damage. Or more than 4 if you're unlucky enough to get 2. These are the red cubes for the rituals. So you put them on the ritual and they're just used to track how far along the ritual is. I really like what this game does with the rituals. So you have the basic ones where you apply a die to it and it'll go down. But then there's one where if you don't apply a die to it, it'll go down and have a negative effect. There's one where it doesn't really go down. It's once the player dies, it triggers. So I like they have like a core set of normal ones, and then they threw in some variety in there to make the games much interesting. They also have slots. So of course I'm gonna sleeve my cards and hope they fit in there. And here are the cards. I am going to open these because I think the artwork on these are phenomenal. And I want to show them to you sooner rather than later. That's a lot more cards than I thought. Oh, look at that. I got the deck and it's Mandy again. Look at that. Sorceress. Must mean I should play that character. So you've got your word just slipped my mind. Reference cards. These are the sigils. The once a game powerful abilities. I really like these. There are some of the wraiths. These are some of the, can't remember what they're called. I want to say class cards, but that's the other game. Character Roll. Okay. So this is a character card. Merchant's a character card. Sorceress, Blood Mage, Sorceress, Necromancer, Librarian, Guardian, Blood Mage, Astrologer, Assassin, Alchemist. And then you got your roles. You got your Kabbalists, Faithful, Heretics, the High Priest. And then you have your rituals. There's the Kraken one I was mentioning a second ago. There's the Sea Hydra. The theme for this game is really good. I know there's, quite a few Kraken-like games out there, but I think this one did a really good job. You feel like you're a part of that world. These bags feel really good and look really good. And I'm tempted to just pull them out of here and use them for other games. These are the bags for you to put your health tokens in and your all that fun stuff. So I think the only coin out of this pack that is not acrylic is the faceless token. And I'm willing to leave that in there just to keep this pristine. So that is Cult of the Deep. There's the group playthrough, 5 of us play it. It's on the channel. Go check it out. I'm already running out of table space, so I'll push this off to the corner. Next game we have is Bullet Star. I do have, I believe what's considered, well, it's Bullet Heart and Bullet Orange. That's what they are. So I already have Bullet Heart, I have Bullet Orange, and now this is Bullet Star. Let me tell you, I love this game. The only thing I don't like about this game, and it's more of a genre thing than anything else, is I don't like simultaneous turn games. Because people will accidentally make mistakes. And so it feels bad to lose when somebody's been playing it incorrectly the entire time. But you can't really go turn by turn in this game. So this is a puzzle-like game. They call it a shoot 'em up, but it's a puzzle. You pull bullets out of a bag, and the bullets are basically these tokens. You pull them out of the bag, they're coming down your sight, which is, you can see that picture, that's your sight. So the bullets are coming down, and you're using your special abilities to clear them. If a bullet ever makes it all the way to the bottom, that means it hit you. Pretty straightforward, but man, all the characters have really unique powers, and they're the cards you can use. So to clear the bullets, you have to match the pattern on the cards you have, and you'll be able to draft the cards out or draw cards and cycle them in and all that stuff. But it's just so unique. I love it. There are so many characters. I don't even know how many I have now. So if the first one came, how many characters does this one come with? 8 heroines. So assuming the first one came with 8, the expansion came with maybe 4. So 20 total heroine boards. And on the back of each heroine, they're also a villain. So if you play solo, or you can play co-op against a villain, you just choose a heroine that you're not playing with, flip them over, and they're also a villain. And some cards for some backstory for some of the characters. I like the artwork. I know some people are not a big fan of the anime artwork, but I like anime. Oh, there's even more. I gotta find a way to frame these, put them all up together. So let's put those two together. How many here? 6. Keep all of these together. We'll stick it in the rule book. they don't get messed up. I like that they have this quick start guide. Sometimes I wish it was a card, but it's okay. I am not going to open the bullets. Oh, I guess I'll need to open it to get, the intensity track out. Maybe. Because I already have the intensity track on Bullet Heart. And I have all the wooden tokens. If you have the option to get the wooden tokens, get the wooden tokens. They are amazing. All right, what do we have here? Rose Blanchette. Camera Pneumatic. Your patterns can be rotated by 90, 180, or 270 when used. Wow. Yeah, because for the other characters, and actually here's a pattern card right here. Future Sight. So you would put this down and your pattern's got to match like this. Looks like Rose can do this. That little trick right there adds a whole level of complexity to the game. So let's check out some of these. So each character will come with their character card, and see there's the back. So she's Rose Blanchette in the front, and then she's the Black Rose in the back. And then they've got a card that shows you the number of action points. So you move your marker up and down to show how many action points you have left. These are some basic abilities, and you can acquire some new ones depending on which mode you're playing. And on the back of that card, it shows you the boss's turn. So all these spaces will be filled, and then as you have to get 10 bullets. You have to clear 10 bullets to get rid of this token. And then when you clear this one, a negative effect happens. Star actions that gain AP have no effect. Yeah, so some of the characters, if you clear a star bullet, it'll give you a special something. This one says the AP ones don't work. So there's Vesta Jackson. Your News Network. I guess that's just her character. God, the artwork on this looks so good. Jane Doe. Let's see what does the News Network do? During setup, set your 5 alerts aside. At the end of the cleanup phase, choose an alert. Use this effect, then remove it from the game. Wow, okay. What else we got? Nawa, Head of Chef. Space for Dinner, second edition. You have Baku instead of your action board. Your patterns have effects and no requirements. When you use a pattern, perform the effect, then discard it. Oh, there's Baku. What did it say? You have Baku instead of your action board. Oh, so you don't get the action board. You have no actions or AP. When you would gain a power-up or team action, discard it. The following recipes can be used like patterns. Interesting. And this one is like a special. Celestial Cleaning. Oh, her name is Balance. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a board for this one. You have 20 patterns. You have 2 life. During setup, when you would draw your hand, draw your entire deck instead. After setup, you don't have a deck and cannot draw from it. During your end phase, don't draw or discard due to your hand size. Oh, you have 20 cards. That means you've got to clear all the bullets and pass the levels with those 20 cards. The other players, the other characters kind of cycle their cards. Oh, that must be her board. Memory? Yeah, in memory. Wow. And then this is what the sideboard looks like. So you'll get a character, you'll put character card there, the sideboard there, and then their action board there. So now I get to go figure out how to organize all of this. Oh, I just ripped that bag. I just tore that bag up. They came with these bags. This is so when you're playing with other players and you clear a bullet, you end up putting it in one of their bags, and that's what this bag is. And then when they grab bags from the center, they also go in this bag. So each player is randomly pulling bullets from these bags. I really like these bags. I use them for Nirishima Hex to put your Hex tokens in. I think my only disappointment was there was supposed to be a pattern on these, and there is no pattern. And they sent us wooden pieces for one of the characters. That's kind of like what the wooden tokens would look like. Pretty cool. And then there's all the character cards and their patterns. And even more. So I will be doing a sleeving video for this one. As much as I play Bullet, that should be in the near future. That is Bullet Star. Next we have Transmissions. A game by A.B. West, art by Matt Dixon. With the exception of Bullet Star, these are all Kickstarter games. So Transmissions uses a rondel-style system where there are 4 robots, and with the cards in your hand, you can move any of the robots, and depending on the space they land on, they get special effects. Nice rule book. Look at that color. I like rule books that have artwork instead of just text. I think you need a good mixture of both. Some of the rule books that are just straight text are really hard to find the information you want. Some Kickstarter exclusives. It's like some special cards. Like some other games, there are multiple ways to score. So you can start a trail of pipes if you go to one of the locations on the board, and you can get points based on how many pipes you have. You can also get points based on how many inventions you have. And then some of these are set collections, so the more of these you have, the more points each one is worth. These are all just mostly cardboard cutouts. These give you special powers, so there's a place on the board you can go to get those. And then we have the board itself. Look at that, I did much better with that board than I did Ivion. Look at that board. This is gorgeous. So like that's the spot. You can they're clearly identified what's a spot and what's not. And so you might have a robot here, a robot there, and you say, oh, move this robot so many spaces, and you can move them around to collect the rewards that you want and gain points. What is this? These are the player boards. So some of those inventions I mentioned and ideas, I think they're inventions and ideas. The little rectangular ones are ideas. Or the square ones ideas. I can't remember. But they can go in here. And they fill this up. You get points if you fill up some of these columns. It also shows the movement speed of each of the robots. If you decide to move the yellow one, he can only move 2 spaces. The blue one can move 3. So that's those. Okay. Score sheet. Yep, I did get the upgrade. So these are the energy tokens. Also colored cubes. So especially for some of the pipes, they require for you to have certain cubes. So you kind of go around and there's areas of the board where you can get cubes. Some are more valuable than others, which makes them rare than others. I did get the miniatures. Look at that guy. There's another one. And we've got this guy. And we've got that guy. Big old golf ball looking head. It looks like a golf ball with the indentations. These would be the standees. And I've got the standee pieces right here. Looks like it comes with a tray to store the cubes and tokens. Very nice. And look, I like, again, another one that's putting their name or the name of the game on the box, on the lid cover. It just looks really nice, high quality. Like when I pull this out, especially that board, people are going to be like, wow, that looks like a nice game. And then we've got the cards back here. So these are forest cards. They give you special bonuses, like that one's 3 points. There's a couple more here. Looks like some promo ones. And then the actual player cards. That goes there, that goes there. This was somehow in here. Character boards. Of course, this is gonna protrude a little bit until I punch these tokens out. Okay. And this is a little game I feel like I just saw an advertisement on Amazon for it. I picked it up. It says, recruit heroes, storm the castle, and defeat the corrupted monarchy. In Regicide, players must work together and use the unique powers of each suit to achieve victory. So I think it's one of those games made from a regular deck of like playing cards. Box is a little small, so I don't think I'm going to get sleeved cards in there. Of course, after I tell you that these little tabs don't work very well, they've been working pretty well for me. Simple artwork. I could also just use these as playing cards. I think this is the green deck. There's also a red one. As far as I can tell, there were no differences. I may not have actually shown you these in the camera. Joker, Jack, Queen, King. Okay. That is a very tiny rule book. I'm glad it doesn't fold out into a big sheet of paper, but... See, Regicide is a cooperative game where players work together to defeat 12 powerful enemies. Players take turns to play cards to the table to attack the enemy, and once enough damage is dealt, the enemy is defeated. The players win when the last king is defeated, but beware. Each turn the enemy strikes back. Players will discard cards to satisfy the damage, and if they can't discard enough, everyone loses. That sounds really cool. I'm guessing if I have like a 7 and a 1 in my hand to make 8. Hopefully you have a 3 so we can take out the jack to make 11. But if the jack attacks us, then we've got to somehow discard 11 points worth. And the big one, or the other big one. Cult was pretty big too. Marvel Dice Throne. I will definitely be doing a playthrough of this game with adventures. And since Spider-Man is one of my favorites, I will probably start off with Mr. Miles Morales there. So I have Season 1 Rerolled, Season 2 Dice Throne Adventures, and now Marvel Dice Throne. I did not pick up the Santa and Krampus pack, but I was very, very excited to see that my favorite character, Vampire Lord, got some buffs. And so I'm waiting for the leaflets to show up on their website so I can buy them. Look at this. Can you even see that? Yeah, you can. So the first set I bought, Season 2, all came in individual boxes. The Season 1 Rerolled, when I was buying it, it came in a chest. And I thought, man, wouldn't it be great to have Season 2 in a chest as well? Well, they messaged me back and they said, hey, we do sell the chest by itself. So I bought Season 1 chest. So now I have the chest, which this is what the chest is, so that all these trays slide in. So I have the Season 1, Season 2, and then I've got the massive boxes for Dice Throne Adventures. But each character comes in a pack like this. And I'm going to pull out Miles. That's who I'm going to be playing next first. Oh, that's Black Widow. What color is Miles? He's blue? He's blue. Each character comes in a pack like this. Let's push these to the side a little bit. So you've got the player board, which has all their special abilities. Looks like Spider-Man Miles Morales has 2 defenses. And so you're rolling dice Yahtzee style, and you're trying to line up the symbols so that they match the abilities you want to activate. So you'll roll once, pick the dice you want to keep. You can roll a second time, swap dice that you want to keep, and then you get a third and final roll. To kind of help with the, so for dice mitigation, each character comes with a deck of cards. There's some basic card abilities that everybody has, and then each character has their own unique. I want to say it's almost half and half. This is Spider-Man's leaflet. Any of the tokens he comes with or special abilities will be listed here. There's some rules clarification, which is really nice. Instead of putting them all at the back of the book and you pulling out the book to hunt for it, that's right on the back of their cards. Shows you all the components they come with, the complexity level. And so for the Vampire Lord upgrade, all it is this leaflet. So they were able to change some of the values and parameters on this leaflet of the character without changing the cards. And this game is really modular in that way. Each character comes with the health dial. This is actually combat points. 15 is the max. Then there's the health dial. And there's the deck of cards. So Radioactive Blood is an instant card. It costs 3 CP. Gain combo, whatever that token is. Oh, the token is called combo. And combo says, perform another offensive roll phase. Wow. If your offensive roll phase resulted in an attack, you may spend this token at the conclusion of your opponent's defensive roll phase. If spent, immediately target the same opponent with an additional offensive roll phase. Can only spend once per turn. Wow. That's pretty cool. And again, references on the cards. You can't see that though. I will be doing, hopefully be doing a sleeving video for these guys. And again, here's the dice. You see those dice? Web shooters, spider symbol, or web, spider symbol, and then the motion of shooting a web. And they've got the swirls. I'm sure somewhere in here are tokens. Yeah, there we go. There's a whole box for the tokens, and then you can put the tokens in the second compartment. And the rule book. And so all you do is pull the character out of the box and take them with you wherever you want to go play. So yeah, like I said, I'll be doing Dice Throne Adventures. See if I can get the guys to play. And then have a mixture of Marvel characters, Season 1, Season 2. Let's just take a look at some of the other ones, the art on the front. There's Thor. Looks pretty good. I really like the artwork and how they translated from the comic books and the movies, etc., to their own style. There's Loki. He looks pretty cool. Scarlet Witch. Captain Marvel. Black Panther. Doctor Strange. And last, but certainly not least, and apparently one of the more OP champions, the Black Widow. I can't wait to try her out and see what makes her that strong. And if you saw the side of the box, it shows you where each character is. And the production value is just amazing. And these ribs, as they call them, that's so nice, so nice, so nice. Well, that is Marvel Dice Throne, and that concludes the unboxing. Lots of new games. I've got my new camera set up. I've gotten my new mics. So we're trying to get a game out a week when we do our Friday game nights. We've got Vindication up. We want to do Dwellings of Eldervale, Unsettled, Dice Thrones. I really want to try to get Dave over here. Dave's the one I play the two-player games with the most. Definitely get some Bullet in there, some Ivion. I've got so many games. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this, and I'll see you next time.